different regions and have different weight laws and different bridge laws. And the thing that I want to get across to people is that we do carry more weight than a normal truck. Because with the 8 axles, I max out at 105.5, and most of the trucks across the country, and this isn't all of them, and I know that, max out at 80,000 pounds, which makes sense as to why you would want to have a super solo or an end dump or something like that. Maybe even a side dump. Another thing that people, I don't think that they realize is that the truck that I drive is not a one-off. I mean, there's thousands of these things, truck and pups, all over this region. If you're from Washington, Oregon, Idaho, it's the main style of dump truck is a truck and pup. There's a lot of side dumps and there's a lot of solos, and it looks like super solos are getting more and more common, mostly because, you know, heading into smaller jobs in Seattle and the material has to come from further and further out all the time. It just makes more sense that way. But the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the weights. So the truck that I drive has 4 axles on the truck and 4 axles on the pup. 2 of those axles are drop axles. So there's 1 drop axle on the truck and there's 1 drop axle on the trailer. They both are non-steerable axles. So on the truck, solo, I'm legal for 56,000 pounds. It gets me right around 104, 104.5. Gives me a few pounds of leeway to make sure that I can get down the road legally. Another thing that people talk about all the time is the sliding reach. And the reason for that is bridge weight. And when we're loaded, we have to stretch out so that the axles are further apart. It's just what makes it legal in this state or in this region. And when we're empty, we run it short because it's easier to get around corners, it's easier to navigate turns, and it's just better to take up a few feet less space. The truck and trailer length stretched out is between 75 and 80 feet. It's pretty long. People always ask me if it's smaller than a 53-foot trailer or like a trucking trailer, and no, it's not smaller, it's longer. much done in the city. What will happen then is you go into Seattle, into Bellevue, Everett, you get loaded with dirt, and then you have to drive an hour to an hour and a half outside of town to dump out. And then when it's time to import material to build foundations and things like that, you then have to get that material. Either you pay a premium to get it in town, or because everything that's in town, like there's a pit in Seattle, and everything at that pit is brought in on a barge. So you pay a premium because they've had to move it from a rock quarry to the pit. Or you get the material an hour to an hour and a half away from Seattle and you haul it into Seattle. So the more material you can haul on each load means less trips, takes less trucks. I've definitely done dirt rodeos where there has been over 100 trucks on the job that day, and this will go on for weeks, hauling dirt out of Seattle. And basically, when you have that many trucks, you get loaded by a belt, and it takes about a minute to load each truck, and everybody's start times are 2 minutes apart. It can be a fiasco, but it works. And that'll go on for weeks, it's the same job. But that's all for today, guys. I just want to thank each and every one of you who's watching and subscribing and supporting my channel. I can't do this without you guys, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for being here. And as you can see, I got my GoPro back, and I will probably be buying a little bit nicer equipment too, to see where this can go for me and my channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and if you like what you see, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I go live, because I don't do it that often, but when I do, I don't usually know ahead of time that I'm gonna do it. So I will see you guys soon.